guys, I'm Missy, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. As you can see, today is another declutter video, and today I'm going to be working on my liquid, cream, and powder highlighters, and a loose highlighter. I think I only have one of those, but we'll see if I can dwindle any of this down. Not sure. We'll see, maybe a couple. Let's start over here in this one with kind of like my smaller powders. So we have this one from Revolution Beauty, or Makeup Revolution. I got in an advent calendar. It's the shade Condition. It's okay. It's just very, very subtle. So I'm going to declutter it because I want something a little more impactful. This one I bought for my Full Face of Catrice. This is essentially a dupe for the Fenty Diamond Bomb, I believe it is. And it's very glittery, which is not my type of highlighter. Yeah, I used it as a eyeshadow topper, and it's pretty for that, but I have enough shimmers in my collection that I don't need to do that, and it's a little difficult to open. But if you like a glittery highlight and you want something comparable to the Fenty Diamond Bomb, then this would be for you. But I'm going to declutter it. Before I continue, I just want to say, please do not ask me to give you any of this makeup. I feel very icky giving used makeup to people I do not know. I give first dibs to my friends and family members, and anything that is new, I will donate. So please do not ask. All right, continuing on, we have another Catrice highlighter. This one came in an advent calendar, and this one is very pretty. But I feel like, I believe it was a little too deep for me. I'm going to put it in the maybe pile for right now, and I'll come back to it, maybe swatch it. Okay. Continuing on, we have another one that came in an advent calendar, and this is from the Essence advent calendar. It's a baked highlighter. Again, it's pretty. It's just too subtle for me, so I'm going to declutter it. We also have this one that came in another Essence advent calendar, and this is the Xmas highlighter. This one I believe I actually liked more. I'm going to put this in the maybe pile too and come back and revisit it. Same with this one. This is the Golden highlighter. I got in an Essence advent calendar. Love the embossing. It's very, very pretty. One in the maybe pile as well. This one is a Blushlighter, so it's basically a glowy blush. I don't really reach for glowy blushes, and especially not one that's this light of a tone. So I'm going to declare this one, pass it along, because I never reach for it. If I reach for a kind of glowy blush, it's going to be my Singe Beauty ones. All right, and then I have my Tarte ones. These were part of the holiday collections. This is the shade Fantasy. And I'm going to keep that one. It's like this soft pinky highlight. And this is Shine. I'm going to keep that one as well. And this one is Shimmer. And I'm going to keep that one. Okay. Then we have this little guy. This is supposed to be an eyeshadow and brow highlighter. I did use it for a little while, but honestly, I tend to just use what's ever in my palette. And I don't think to reach for this. I honestly forget about it now that I stuck it in the drawer. When I had it out, I would reach for it if I didn't have a palette that didn't have a, you know, brow bone highlighter in her corner, but I'll pass this one along. And then we have this one. This is the loose highlighter from Glamlite. Super cute packaging. It was the Frosted Flakes collection. I mean, it's a little bowl of cereal, the cereal and the milk and stuff. But I do not use loose highlighters. I don't even think I really opened this. Yeah, it's still sealed. So I'm going to pass this along to someone who would really want to use it, instead of just sitting here, you know, looking cute on my counter. So I'm going to declutter. I'm going to put the ones I'm, you know, let's put the ones I'm decluttering in here for the time being. Alright, and put my keep right back there. Okay, let's just continue with powder here. I'm going to keep all my ColourPop Heart Compact ones. We have this one, which is Heart of Gold. We also have In My Feels. These are a lot easier to open. Also have Love Struck. This, yeah. We have Making Memories. And You're Glowing. Love them. Keeping. I'm going to continue with ColourPop here. This is currently in December's spin wheel series or roulette wheel series, which is kind of funny because I had a Christmas one in November. I know I have like a vampire Halloween type themed one in December, but I do like this one. It has a very nice like pink shift to it, like a green pink shift. Keeping. I'm also going to keep the other one from the Twilight collection called Vampire Skin. Now, you would think to look at this as a silver highlight that it wouldn't work, but it actually works for me. So I'm going to keep. Okay. And we have Showtime. This is another one that has a very nice pink shift to it. You guys can kind of see it. I'm going to keep. Also have, oh, definitely keeping these. This is from the Frosty Winter Wonder, one of my favorites. So pretty. Keeping. Gonna keep the other one from the Frosty collection. This is Icicle Spree. This one I haven't really used as much, but it is gorgeous as well. It's like a multi-chrome highlighter. Keeping. Okay. We have Parasol. This one's a little too deep for me, so I'm going to declutter. We also have Seismic. I really like Seismic. It's a nice one. Got a little bit of a dent in it. I'm going to keep. We have Thimble. Thimble I'm going to put in the maybe pile because I want to swatch it with the other ones. We have Out of Quartz. Out of Quartz, I'm going to declutter. Just not one that I really, really care for. We also have Double Down. I'm going to declutter. Also, oh, we have Flexitarian. This is not going anywhere. This is my favorite ColourPop Super Shock cheek. It just goes with everything. I mean, look at that reflectiveness. Keeping, keeping, keeping. Then we have this from Galactic. This is like a putty to powder texture too. I love this when I want like a quick, easy, everyday, glowy not super subtle, but glowy highlighter. Very, very nice formula. Keeping. This is actually the first thing I ever tried from Galactic. I'm going to put the ones I'm keeping back in here. I'm going to move that back out of the way. All right, let's continue with ColourPop. We have my Rudolph Soul Body one, not going anywhere. This is Jingle, Jingle, Jingle. Love it. Hate the compacts because I hate these clamshells, but I love the formula. We also have Coastin'. I'm going to keep. We have Lav Dreams. So pretty. Keeping. That's another reason I hate these compacts, because see, this one's already broken. We have this one, which is Wild Orchid. This one I use more as like a glowy blush topper, but I do like it, so I'm going to keep. This one is from the Hocus Pocus collection, Hocus Pocus 2. Let's find the book. This is a green highlighter. I do not have very many green highlighters in my collection, so I'm going to be keeping this one. So pretty. Okay. We have some older ones. This is The Real Thing. This one kind of like broke up on me, so I had to smush it back together. But it is very pretty. Keeping. We have You're a Catch. Gonna keep. Alright, and then we have these other smaller compacts. Gonna keep the one from Lilo and Stitch. This is Ohana. This one is very different with the different like shades, but I do like it, so I'm gonna keep. Also have On and On. This is another one that I tend to use more like a glowy blush topper when I do an orangey blush. I'm gonna keep. We have Addicted to You. This one I use more as the highlighter because it's got that peachy tone. And then we have Candy Floss, which is this very light pink. Keeping. And put those all back in. Okay. Alright, let's continue with these kind of miscellaneous brands. We'll start here with the ZCX British Museum. I got this in an Ice Cream Beauty box. It's really nice, but I mean, I already have these tones in other highlighters, so I don't really need it. And this one is very subtle, so I'm going to declutter. I have two L'Oreal Infallible ones. I have Champagne Glow and Icy Gold. I really like this formula. It's really nice. And both these shades work for me. So I am going to keep. And they do come with a compact mirror on the bottom. So that's nice. I'm going to keep those. I'm definitely keeping the iconic London one. This is Lit and Luminous Universal. Again, hate reflective packaging, but this is a gorgeous highlighter. I haven't got to use it a whole bunch, but I already know I love it, so I'm going to keep. Also going to keep the Wet n Wild Let Your Light Shine from their Care Bears collection. I thought this was going to be glittery, but it's not. Just gives a nice little like light golden sheen to the skin. Keeping. We have this Ofra highlighter that I got, I think it was either an Ice Cream Beauty or an Ipsy box recently. This is all of the lights, so it's a bunch of different highlighters. Ofra highlighters are very pretty, but I really never reach for them. And this is brand new, so I'm going to just pass it along to someone I know is going to get better use of it. Okay. I'm also going to declutter this Milani one. This is the Champagne Dioro. It is very pretty, but I'm just not a big fan of baked formulas. But yeah, I've only used it like 2 or 3 times, and I'm just going to declutter it, give it a better home. Okay, I have this Sigma one that I got from a Samantha March mystery box. This is Savannah. I did use it. It works for me, but I feel like it gives a little bit of a cast, and honestly, it didn't like super duper wow me, so I'm gonna declutter it, pass it along. Okay, and I have this one. This is, I forget the brand. I can't really read it. I think it's Bedoya Beauty or something like that. This is the Prism highlight in the shade Honey. Now this packaging is absolutely gorgeous. It's cheap. Like, it's cheap plastic, but it is very, very pretty. I mean, look at that. But the shade's a little too golden for me, and it's a little gritty of a formula, so I'm going to declutter. Okay. Then I have my 2 Odin's Eye ones. These are the only ones I kept because these are not super glittery. Like, the round compacts are very glittery, and I decluttered them already. But these are not. These are more like a marbled shade. This is the Norns Mesmerizer Web of Destiny, and it's just like this marbled pinky champagne. Gorgeous. Keeping. And then I love to reach for this one in the winter time. This is Spring of Life. This just was just recently in November's spin wheel. I used it in, I think, 1 or 2 looks, just because honestly I prefer it more during the winter months as opposed to November when I want to do like icy blue looks. This is perfect highlighter for me when I do a blue look. So keeping. Then I have my NYX Buttermelt. We have Buttermint. Oops. We have Buttermint, which I don't really have a whole lot of mint highlighters in my collection. These are a little hard to open, though. They take me a little bit to get open. But this one is a very, very nice minty highlighter. So I'm going to keep that one. I'm also going to keep this one. This is Bright and Butter. It's a very, very pretty, like, everyday kind of shade for me. I haven't even opened it yet, though. I can't open it because I'll have to go cut it, but I'm excited to try this out because this is the type of shade I tend to reach for a daily shade. Then I've got this one. This is Number 1 Butter, and this is a purple sparkly one. I just told you guys I'm not a big sparkly highlighter person, right? I don't like really sparkly highlighters. I would prefer it be more like the minty one. So Let me swatch it and double check before I decide to let it go. Yeah, that's pretty glittery, so I'm gonna let that one go. Okay, but I'm gonna keep the other two, so let me put these back in here. Alright, I'm gonna swatch these with you guys real quick before I start working on the other ones. So this is Thimble. Ooh, that's nice and soft. I'm gonna keep that one. This is Golden. I'm gonna declutter that one. A little too subtle for me. Let's see about the Xmas one. Yeah, I'm gonna let that one go too. They're just way too subtle for my liking. And let's try the Catrice one as well. I have to use my pinky on that one. What up here? Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna keep that one. Okay, so I kept Thimble and I kept the Advent Calendar Catrice highlighter from those. I'm gonna grab a makeup wipe. Alright, so moving on, staying with powders. These are my Glamlite ones, and Wicked Widow, and Fantasy Cosmetica, and Unearthly. I'm definitely keeping my Wicked Widow, the Crow. And keep those. The Unearthly spaced out. I'm going to declutter because that one is too glittery for me. And this one is just borderline. So I'm going to declutter. The Celestial Lights from Fantasy Cosmetica. I don't think this is available anymore. I haven't got to try this yet. I am a little worried about these two because they do look glittery, but I do want to try them before I make a decision. So I'm going to keep. We have the Glamlite Hershey Cookies and Cream. I love both of these. They look very nice on my skin tone, so I'm going to keep. Last declutter, I decluttered the deeper one because it just wouldn't work for me. I have my Fresh Prince of Bel-Air one from Glamlite. This is another one that is not like super glittery on me, so I'm going to keep. I'm also going to keep the Michaela Pot 2 one because I like them. I'm also going to keep the highlighter called, I think it was Stunnin' or Stuntin' or something like that, from the original Michaela collab with Glamlite. I'm going to let the Pina Colada one go. It's real nice, and I have used it a decent amount, as you can see, but yeah, I'm going to let it go. I'm going to keep the Halloween 2 one because I love the tone of this one. It's like a very pretty, like light orange, like a goldeny orange shade. So I'm going to keep. I'm also going to keep the Friday the 13th one because it's not super glittery. The Chucky one. I'm going to have to swatch that one. I think same with the Coca-Cola one. I'm going to swatch that one. The Ghost Face. I'm going to keep the Scooby-Doo one. You know, since I let the NYX one go, I'm going to keep this one. And I'm going to keep the Twilight one, the I Do. Alright, so let me look at these two. Oh yeah, that one's nice and smooth. Okay, yeah, that one's not bad. Let's see about this guy. This one looks kind of chunky. No. Okay, yeah, they're a little glittery, but they're not super chunky. So, yeah, I can handle that. So I'm going to keep these. But I'll show you. That's one of the reasons I'm not a huge fan of glittery highlights, because you have to kind of go in with some tape afterward to get it off. But I am keeping those. Let me put those back in. Need to make a note for myself to use these some more on the face too. Okay. Let's put that up there. Alright. So let's move on to my cream and liquid highlighters. So first up, we're going to start out with one I absolutely cannot stand. This is from Makeup Revolution, and this is their Bright Light Highlighter Strobe Champagne. As you can see, and I talked about this in my Spin Wheel series, I believe it was my wrap-up for October. I hate this packaging. I can't even get the lid off. Yeah, there we go. It seeps out everywhere and gets absolutely disgusting. And then when you put the lid on, it pushes out, and then it gets all over your makeup that's around it. This sponge applicator is horrible. The sponge applicator is horrible. It makes splotchy marks all over the face. The way I had to use this was put some on my finger and then dab it on my face. And it just, I mean, and the product would dry up real quickly in this tube. So I will be happy to let this go and never see this or ever repurchase this again. I do not recommend these products and these applicators. So definitely going in the trash right this moment. Well, after I count it, it'll be going in the trash. Okay, so moving on. We'll go right here. This is another Makeup Revolution product, or Revolution Beauty. This is the Revolution Pro. This is their Goddess Glow Cream Highlighter in a Glow. Now this one, no, I keep forgetting not to twist, but to pull. This one I like because it has a locking mechanism and it has a somewhat bigger puff. So this one I'll keep and I'll continue to use. The Milani one, however, though, I have a similar problem. I don't like the applicator. This is the shade Lunar, 01 Lunar. This one unscrews. So I don't like these tinier puffs, and they don't have a locking mechanism on them. And I prefer when I use these type of applicators that they have a lock. Otherwise, I'm afraid of like pressing it and squirting product everywhere. And it boils down to preference. I just prefer this more. Honestly, the most I prefer is a doe foot, but if I'm going to use a sponge applicator, I prefer the locking and bigger ones. So I'm going to declutter that one. I am going to keep my Tarte Glow Tape, though, in Pearl Glow. Same thing, even though this is a mini, it has a locking mechanism and a bigger sponge, which is my preference. Okay. We have a ColourPop Dewy Liquid Highlighter. This is in the shade Pink Pony. This was in a spin wheel not that long ago, and you would think it was like super glittery, but it's not. It's this very pretty, subtly pink glow to the cheek, and I really like it, so I'm going to keep. And it's a doe foot, which I prefer over sponges. I'm not sure. I know the blush is locked. Yeah, see, these have a lock on them too, which I like. I also have it in Sugar Donut. This is the Dewy Liquid Highlight. Yeah, they're both Dewy Liquid Highlights. This one was just recently in a spin wheel, and I love it too. It's just a very, very nice formula. So keeping. I'm also going to keep my Rare Beauty Mesmerize. I think this is either the first or second product I've gotten to try from Rare Beauty, thanks to my Ipsy subscription. I really like it. I think it looks very, very nice on the skin. One of my favorite liquid highlighters, so I'm going to keep. Got another ColourPop one here. This is from the Tangled collection. This is Mother Gothel. This is a dewy liquid. Very pretty shade. I'm going to keep. Okay. And I'm also going to keep the other one from the Tangled collection called I See the Light. Just a nice goldeny highlighter. Okay. I am going to declutter this one from Ofra though. This is Starlit Liquid Highlighter in Monroe. It's very pretty, but I would have preferred a doe foot as opposed to one that just kind of squirts out, because I'm going to get too much product every single time. But it does look really nice on the skin, as you can see. But I mean, a little bit goes a long way. But I mean, I have other ones in my collection that give off this same hue, so I don't need it. So I'm going to pass it along to another home. Dang it, I just keep dropping things. Okay, I'm going to keep my Unearthly one in Bazaar. Let me make sure it's not dried out, because I do have a little bit of a problem with Unearthly's things drying out on me. Yeah, see, I have a purple liquid highlight to go with my powders. So I'm definitely keeping. That's unique in my collection. We have this little eye lighting pen. So it's the same concept as the powder I showed you, just in a pen version. This, I'm going to keep this for now because I feel like I'm going to utilize this more than I would the powder. I'm going to pull it out and put it on my desk. And if I don't use it within a month, then I'm going to let it go. Alright, so we have some ColourPop. Make sure there's no other liquids in here. It looks like they're all cream. Okay, so let's go with this one. This is Beauty Creations and My Little Pony highlighting stick in shade Pony Ship. Very, very pretty, like natural kind of highlighter. This gives this nice sheen. I'm going to keep. I'm also going to keep the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Glow Stick. I love this one as an everyday option. I do have to set it though, because it doesn't really dry down. But it's very nice. I'm going to keep. Same with the Play Beauty one from the Cobra Kai collection. I don't think this is available anymore. I don't even know if the brand still exists, but I do really like this highlighter stick. And it's still performing nicely. You guys can kind of see very, very similar shade. Okay. We have the L'Oreal Lumi Le Glace and the L'Oreal Lumi Le Glow. I've used the Le Glow, but I haven't used the Le Glace. Oh, although I think it's melting on me. I mean, look at that. So impactful. Keeping. Let me see if I can get the, yeah, there we go. Let's do the Le Glow. Ooh, that one's pretty too. One of these is in my next trying new makeup to me that you guys voted on, or my Instagram followers voted on. Can't remember which one, but I'm keeping both of those. I'm just cleaning off my hand. Alright, let's see that. I just recently got this one in Ice Cream Beauty. It's from Moonslice Beauty and it's called Girly Pop. I feel like I'm going to like it because it looks very similar to, yeah, very, very similar to the other ones I like to keep. I'm going to keep this one as well. I don't think this one has as much in it either. No, there's more in there than I thought. Okay. Alright. We'll see how it performs on the face. But for now, I'm keeping. And let's swatch my ColourPop light sticks. Keeping that one. That is Star Bright. This one is Earth or Earth. Okay, that one's slightly peachy pink. Keeping. We also have Bullseye. Even though these are pretty old, they are still performing really nicely. Oh, that one. I'm going to keep it for now, but I'm definitely going to try it on my face because it might be a little too deep for me. And then this one is On a Streak. And I'm going to declutter that one. That one I can already tell is a little too deep. So I'm going to declutter that one. Okay, and then did I do Flying High? I'm not sure if I did. I think it might have been this one. No, I didn't. Oh, okay, so there's another purpley one in my collection. So I'm going to keep. Okay. All right, let me tally everything up and I will be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back and we started with 92 total highlighters and I decluttered 22 and I kept 69. So really, really happy about this declutter. Definitely probably could have done better, but I'm really, really surprised at how much I did declutter because I didn't think I was going to declutter more than maybe 4 or 5. So the fact that I'm at 22, I'm really, really happy about that. Again, I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you enjoy beauty content like this, declutters, you like unboxings, subscription boxes, makeup tutorials, empties, all that good stuff, take a moment and like and subscribe down below if you haven't already. It would really help me out and I would appreciate it. I hope you guys are enjoying these declutters and there'll be more to come. Next, I got to do my face palette and there should have already been several other declutters up before this one. And I hope you guys are enjoying them. Until next time, guys. Bye.